Blackers tonight at 8 p.m.
That's
right after the race. This is gold. I love it. Mateo, you officially have the best video on YouTube right now.
I wouldn't say that. Is the stream still going right now?
He just started. Okay, it's live.
I'm sharing. Did he pick it up?
Yeah, I'm about to get in that.
Is your video open, Mateo? Your replay?
Or
Or is it only 8 minutes long?
Let me see.
History. Cool.
Okay, well I shared mine.
Poop.
So Derek, am I looking for your replay now?
Yeah, look for mine, I guess. Okay. That's the comment. I was required.
Why'd you put poop?
I was required to comment.
Oh, jeez, like NGT challenge. Poop.
It's priceless.
Made me smile. No playlist in cats.
Actually, Wild Street.
Dude, this is like XM radio. Like, we're the NGT500.
Yeah, go back. Once you get the video up, go to 20 seconds and we'll resume.
Yeah, so we are streaming. Streaming is going for round 2.
Are we starting the starting lineup again?
Oh yeah, I'll do it again.
Wait, so okay, this is restarted because.
Oh yeah, I'm just loading in the replay.
Oh, I need a glass of water. Give me a second.
Okay, what happens when you disappear on this replay?
I have no idea.
We're just gonna call it an engine failure.
NGT500. Welcome to the Kyoto Driving Park, the Yamagiwa and the Miyabi Flying Circuit for this week. It is a absolute pleasure to be racing with these fellow drivers for the quarantine challenge for NGT500. Like I said, there was an NGT300 series that happened in Gran Turismo 5 back in 2011 through 2013. Rest in peace, and we come back here to rejoice as alumni with rookies. We are going to go through the field. On pole, not a surprise at all, Swift X, first international driver to have the pole in the NGT series. P2, String Bean 6116 in the Menards Penske Shell Honda, and then John Terrell in the Lexus. It's starting P3. Autobox using a Red Bull scheme this week with D Jackson Rocks 201 starting P4. NL Motorsport 5, and once again in the Hilton and Nissan GTR starting P5. Then Travis Tandem FC having a rather surprising qualifying performance in the Good Smile Racing car starting P6. And Adam 2009 D in the Mercedes this week. He was Racing Point last week, and he deemed Racing Point definitely was not good enough, so he had to put a Mercedes scheme on his car just to feel better. And in P8... in P8...
Mercedes.
Literally. In P8 we have Snag TGK, then we have Joe WX27 P9, then back in P10 we have ANAT20, and then P11 Low Filter Alec, and then Bin Laden coming back at you from Canada. Obviously I told you he wasn't dead. P12 This is what he's doing out hiding during the coronavirus period. And Buster 97 was not able to get a qualifying time, and unfortunately, and will be starting from the back of the grid. I'm here with Derek and Nate. Great to be with you here to give the fans on YouTube some great racing. ABC is not able to be here today, so ESPN, take it away.
So, things to look out for this race. We have some very long radius. Oh, excuse me, never mind.
And now for our racing facts. Derek, what do you think is going to happen in this race?
I think the biggest thing to look out for this race is tire wear. Long radius corners, high lateral G-forces. I think these drivers are going to be pitting at least 2 times, probably 3, maybe 4 if they're running at the limit for the entire race. We'll see if any strategies play out to help some of the slower drivers move through the field.
And I'd like to keep a reminder that we do start with a half tank, and so it is going to be a sprint in the finish, rather sprint at the start. My goodness, it'll be interesting to see how everyone keeps their consensus with them. Let me put it that way. I guess their politeness. See if that goes out the window. Maybe they're thinking of their egos as opposed to being calm. We'll see what happens. Nothing I would know, right?
We have 3 manufacturers in the top 3 positions. Excellent parity here in the NGT500 series.
Podium today. I think that is going to be a very important question. It comes to the Manufacturers Championship. It is between Nissan, Honda, and Lexus. Separate teams, but yet the same manufacturer families. So it'll be interesting to see if Lexus is able to pull a podium finish today. I would like to think that maybe John Toro has a really good shot at podium. He's starting 3rd, but I would not be remiss if I had to mention Travis. He starts 6th. He came off a 5th place finish. Maybe a few more positions, may work his way to a podium.
So let's ask both of you. Who is your pick to win the race today?
Well, my pick to win the race today is definitely the big man up front, Swift X. The Brit has been so fast in the practice sessions, all the sessions that have led up to this moment, and he is definitely going to be very, very hard to beat. And even with strategy, I still don't think he'll be able to be caught.
I think it's going to be String Bean 616. String Bean 6116, and I only say that because I think it's going to be a redemption race. He was in position to win the Tokyo GP, and who got into him was actually Swift. So I really I think there's going to be maybe a touch of payback, or maybe a nudge on the shoulder, if you will. I think String Bean's going to be in the catbird seat here. Comes race end.
Well, let's see how things turn out as we get ready for the start of the race.
Alrighty, is the ESPN team at 20 seconds? Everyone at 20 seconds?
Yep, 20 seconds.
It's going to be 3, 2, 1, go, and then we're going to get things started. 3, 2, 1, go. We are here at round number 2. 5 single red lights. This is the only racing going on.
And there we go.
Lights around.
And starts leading right on his tail. John Toro dropping through the pack like a rock. NL Motorsports up to 3rd already.
Great start from Swift up at the front of the field. String filing in.
They are asking for everything going up that uphill PSs, and they have to go single file there. If it's too wide, it is going to spell trouble.
Now we did see Swift was the absolute classic field doing practice and qualifying. Let's see if he can make a Swift breakaway.
Or can he string on, or string him in. String him, that is.
And as Nate, nice and cheesy, Nate, just like you're driving.
Oh, podium baby, try to get me.
And as we begin to go here, back in the pack, we are already filing out into 2 wide, going through all these corners. There's so many passing opportunities here. It's such a very, very large flowing track. There's going to be several hairpins where things are going to get very, very tight and dicey.
It's interesting now how everyone's kind of single file and evenly separated. The only real big gap I see is between 7th and 8th as Travis goes wide in the hairpin. I think that's something you're going to have to keep an eye on throughout the race as the race continues. I think he's going to get him. Oh, that's close.
Looks like he thought better of it.
Is String Bean gonna get up to him? He goes wide, that hairpin. Oh, well, not hairpin, but chicane.
Wide out of the chicane.
Oh, is
right.
NL Motorsport going shit?
First lap, Nathan. NL Motorsport's underneath String Bean. Will he get around him? Coming across the line, it looks like String Bean has a slight advantage.
Oh, throwing on some nice blocks.
A little early for that.
Well, String Bean knows how NL Motorsports races, and he's just dishing out what he knows he will most likely receive later in the race. Those two have a lot of experience racing with each other, and they are very with their racing styles.
Guys, yeah, these are the 2 champions of the NGT500. Season 1 given to NL Motorsport 5, Season 2 String Bean 6 But keep an eye on 4th place. That is the Jackson Rocks 201. The Arda leader, maybe Honda leader. He needs to get around String Bean in order to make a real case to be the Honda leader.
That is going to be a very, very interesting fight. Oh, and he's off! String Bean is around!
As soon as I say that...
Wow, he has had already a tough first race and problems already here. What is this going to say about the driver battle at Honda now?
Oh man, and I'll tell you what, this is what D Jackson needs. He needs a good race and another podium position to make his case known to be the lead Honda driver.
Right,
and even
now,
for Nissan.
Sorry, excuse me, Nathan. I was pointing out that it looks like he's still pulling ahead, and Motorsport Jackson are having a hard time keeping pace. Joe W. exiting that hairpin into the chicane side by side with Antbuster. Oh my goodness, looks like he's got a handful. Antbuster looking on his bumper coming into the final.
What's going to be really, really key today is actually going to be the bump and run. This is definitely a track where the bump and run will work. If you can hinder somebody's momentum just a little bit, you can really use that to get a big run on them out of the corners. And Antbuster looking to the outside.
I think he's going to get him.
Oh, he got him. See? And as you can see right there, that FedEx car lost his momentum. And he's running a chrome scheme this week. So that has been a little bit shiny for the ladies in the paddock.
Ladies do love shiny things, as we have seen over the course of human history.
And can I also add a 8-year upgrade on that Lexus from last
That is true. This is a new vehicle for Joe entering this round. It's really interesting to see how he adapts to this car and where he finishes compared to where he was past the last race.
He's doing it immensely well compared to last race.
It's a much better job.
Dead last, and now fighting within the mid-pack.
Back to the front, Swift holds still a very large lead over Nathan, who is now gapped to Jackson Rocks. John Toll close behind.
I'll tell you what, it's the same gentleman on the podium from last Tuesday's race. Bit of deja vu for D Jackson Rocks, 201.
Oh man, it's
a little bit of a switch.
The 8th and 9th String Bean dive bombs. Travis doesn't pass.
Oh man, And actually, I gotta say, I think that's an NL Motorsport 5 move that he was maybe trying to impersonate. Not often you see String Bean with the inside move as Travis goes way wide.
It looks to me like String Bean is desperate, trying to get back all those positions he lost with that split race.
Oh, and Ambuster even goes off. A lot of guys are going off in that corner. That's a very, very underlying fast corner.
It invites you. It invites you to go out there. You're in second gear. It's a slow corner, but it does invite you to push the envelope a little bit.
It looks like String Bean is pulled off and taking an early pit, perhaps going for the undercut. Let's see what he does strategy-wise.
Penske team members are looking on as String Bean tries to get back into this race.
I don't like the numbers here. I think lap 3 is personally too early.
And hard tires. Looks like he's pulling a strategy move to try and undercut. And perhaps maybe one less.
Oh, and Nathan's into the lead. Nathan's into the lead. What happened up to the lead?
We're getting word that Swift spun out on the S's going up after turn 1. And NM Motorsport back to familiar territory as he takes the lead.
Looks like it won't be familiar territory for long as Swift is chasing him very, very quickly on board with him.
And look at third place. Last Tuesday's pole sitter, John Toro, is in third place. Can he get his first podium and get Lexus's first podium of this season?
But very, very close behind is that Autobox machine running the Red Bull scheme this week. Going to be looking to add to that. He's running the 111 car this week as he's pulling up right behind it. Going to be looking inside. Oh, and he gives him a little bump to the outside. I really, that's a bump and run. But just like I said, will Matt have a response to that? Oh my goodness. The Jacques Villeneuve helmet, I think, is coming into play here.
And as we go back up front, is there going to be any takers? String Bean was the only one that pitted, and L Motorsport stays out along with Swift and the Jackson Rock. So top three stay out. Maybe this lap or maybe lap 6.
Adam stays out. Ambuster stays out. Travis also stays out.
A lot of guys extending their tires as long as they can, trying to minimize the amount of stops that they take throughout the course of this race. And we are going to take a quick commercial break here with a word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, I'm in the lead again.
Like this, looking around at the empty grandstands and listening to the sounds of pit road, that I realize I'm at the wrong track.
Michael Waltrip at the wrong track. Thank you, you fucking idiot. We are up to the lead here. Nathan, we are here back on ESPN. Nathan is in the lead. The Swift is chasing him very, very quickly, trying to become the first international driver to win an NGT Grand Prix. And D. Jackson Rocks in P3 now, followed by John Terrell in P4, and Adam up to P5 in the Petronas Nissan GTR.
And Adam had a strong run last week, had a brilliant start, moved from 8th to 5th in the opening stint. Showing some shades of that. Can Adam maybe get a really good result today?
Looks to me like things have calmed down throughout the pack. Let's see what happens once the pit strategy or the pit sequence begins. Let's see if the leader takes this time by. Looks like, yes, Neil Motorsport's coming into the pits, followed by Swift. Let's see if we have more takers.
I think Mateo's going to stay out here, as he does.
John Toro dives to the pits. So, along with Adam, Ambuster stays out.
Buster 97 takes the second position as Swift comes out in third place.
I don't think Swift took a full fuel tank there. I think he's short fuel.
He's about 6-7 seconds ahead of NL Motorsport 5, opening the gap between those two, and actually overtakes NL Motorsport at the same time. So a bit of swap in position and extending that distance.
Well, the question here is how much time is D. Jackson Rocks going to lose on these old tires by the end of this lap? Well, he's going to be struggling very, very much.
You know, and this is Swift's time to really put in a quick lap. This is the out lap of coming out. It is still cold tires, but they get his attention pretty quickly at this track as he goes to overtake Ambuster.
Not making it easy.
Mostly has faster tires. Coming into this left-hander inside, completes the pass with ease.
So moves Swift up to second spot. D. Jackson Rock still holds that number one position as we go around another hairpin.
This D. Jackson hit this time.
Mateo still in the lead, but being very, very fastly approached by Swift, as well as Ambuster and Nathan down in P4. If we look out for the rest of the pack, it seems that it is spread out very, very much. This is definitely one of the bigger tracks on the calendar, and definitely one of the highest tire degrading tracks on the calendar, hence why the medium hard tires are the choices for this weekend.
Is he out?
Is he out?
D. Jackson Rocks.
He got in pit road. I think he made it in the pits just in time. I think he planned that perfectly.
Just coasted to the pits as he's gonna hopefully
also came in 3 liters of fuel.
Hopefully this will give him that extra level. Pending if there's a caution in this race. So far so good, but we have no idea what the future holds for us as this race has been proven to us many times.
As the pit stops cycling through, String Bean has advanced up to 5th place, right behind Ambuster. And I believe he also has a pace on Ambuster, so we'll see what this turns out.
He's following right behind the Ambuster 97, that is, behind John Toro. That's going to be a battle for the final step on the podium. That will prove to be of importance as Swift regains the lead. He is still in the number one position, and Motorsport in second. We'll take a quick commercial break after these messages.
This is big. This is a couple laps. It's gonna be, I mean, there may be drama.
Oh no. Oh gosh. What do y'all think's gonna happen?
I am the operator.
I don't have any IndyCar commercials, so I can't help with that. La da 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 da. Only you can do it. Tito's handmade vodka. There's one.
Oh, I got it.
My helmet the other day. Push this button. My helmet appeared. Magic. New spark plugs are in. See? It's magic. That's not magic. This is magic. No, that's sleight of hand. Give me a bunny. That's magic. Nextel helps NASCAR fans get things done with the Motorola Blend. One powerful phone, 2 powerful networks. Nextel, only from Sprint. Sunday's race day.
And we're back from commercial. John Toro just had out towards the end of the lap. String Bean and Ambuster have gotten around him. Ambuster now taking the final step of the podium as the race continues.
We work on lap 8, and we're continuing. I'd say we're at the 1/3 distance. This is one of the longer races on the NGT500 calendar. longest race being the Suzuka Grand Prix, the season finale, and the second longest being the Blue Moon 100. This is the third longest race on the calendar.
And if you take a look at the cars heading into the hairpin, there's a lot of rubber being built up on that outside line, and cars are struggling if they wind up in, as you see Travis goes through it right there. So it's very, very important that drivers remain on their racing line until any type of caution come and clean the circuit.
You know, marbles all over the circuit, especially the two hairpins that are gonna be kind of the make or break areas in terms of passing zones.
Braking points are indeed very difficult. Lap after lap, the drivers are making mistakes quite often. Also, like you said, high passing zones, so lots of argy-bargy throughout the race. I think the battle to look out for here is Ambuster and String Bean, as String Bean is keeping pace with Ambuster on older, much older, and harder compound tires.
Oh, and as we go back, Travis is off in the hairpin.
Travis is off in the hairpin.
Oh, Ambuster off in the chicane. Going across the track. Oh, and he collects String Bean into the
Oh my
wall.
gosh, that's my pick.
And that is
Oh my goodness.
Yellow's out.
the full course caution.
So,
Man, this guy String Bean, can he catch any good luck this race?
Racing back to the line here as the two simultaneous spins will lead to a full course yellow. Right now, Swift is in the lead and looks like he's going to be able to race back to the line.
Jackson, Travis, and String Bean all head for a few on tires, it looks.
Looks like they took that caution. We're like, let's get in there before they close the pits and try to make some ground through this cycle of pit stops.
and meanwhile, they're still working the caution. Swift still has to get to the start-finish line. He already passed it once the caution did go out before the final corner, and that chicane before the finish line. Swift still has to complete lap 9 along with NL Motorsport. They missed their opportunity to go down pit road if they elected to. But I do believe maybe D. Jackson Rocks is going to go with the undercut here, get the fresher rubber on the next restart.
Man, so unfortunate for String Bean as he worked his way up from 11th all the way to 4th place and then back into 3rd place. He's got work cut out for him.
Son of a bitch. You know what I just realized? You're supposed to start in the back of the restart. Because you were the
I was
caution.
just about to say that.
I have to remember that for next race.
Yeah.
That was for two.
Sorry. I know.
Maybe I would have been
Anyways.
better off.
Oh,
Back
another
into
caution. NL Motorsport goes over. So as we continue on caution pace, we'll take a quick word from our sponsors.
I got one.
Gives me wings! Red Balls! It gives me wings! Hey, a fucking shark ate me! Great big Jurassic Park! Samuel Jackson! It's my idea! Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell! Hello, my name's Tyrone Vickers. Sometimes the endless pursuit of crack leaves me tired and depleted. But now cocaine comes in a delicious shape. Red Balls! It gives me wings! Oh my God!
I got one. I got one.
And we're back.
Who are you calling a cootie queen, you Liz?
Yes.
Oh, you have rock. Convertible into a wood chipper. Stinky McStink face. Suck it. You hope it was very clean and energetic. You're a good clean feeling, no matter what.
Wow, you're making me drink straight Tito's from that commercial. I think that first course was just the worst.
It was definitely the worst.
Who played that?
I don't know. It's awful.
Mateo, that wasn't you, was it? I'm so guessing that was Matt.
No, I didn't play it.
No, that was me. That was Dave Chappelle.
It wasn't even a commercial.
Yeah, right. Like it was just a skit. Like element.
Okay, back.
Nope.
No,
Oh, we're not back.
come back. We need some Speed World.
Back from the Kyoto GP, presented by
Red Bull.
Orbit, Hilton,
Menards.
Netflix. There's your mama.
As we continue at pace speed, I believe we have one more lap under caution for drivers to pit if they so choose. Let's run through the order. Up front, we got Swift, followed by NL Motorsport 5, then John Torrell, Antbuster 97 with a surprise 4th place run currently, followed by Adam King 2019. Travis THFC in 6th position. 7th place, we have D-Jax Rocks 201, followed by his Honda brethren, Stream Bean 6116, having an absolutely terrible
Oh, and
day.
Nathan,
Oh my god!
No, we're not going to green now. No, NL Motorsport faked the pit out, and we still have one more lap on the caution.
Are you sure about that, Nathan? Because it looks like these drivers are trying to decide what to do.
It was mentioned in his driver's meeting. I'm not sure what would make them think such. But as we continue, we do have the one to go here, to go green. Any surprises? I mean, we do have a rookie leading the field, and maybe our first international winner of the series could happen today. But on the other side of the international map, Bin Laden is currently in P13 in the Canadian.
Well, it is a proof
Lexus
fact.
machine.
Canadians are really not great touring car drivers. They're best suited to open wheel driving. Which is surprising because these cars are very close. They're essentially F1 cars with doors and fenders.
Got that right there, Rick, as a lot of downforce has been added to these cars over the years. A lot of these cars have been upgraded since their 2012 counterparts, and they actually have similar regulations as the DTM series, as they're Grand Prix style cars that are meant to have a lot of grip, but also be able to withstand endurance races like the Fuji 500 kilometers and the Suzuki 1000. But
Oh my gosh, it looks like we may have had a driver drop out of the race.
Snag TGK looks like he is slow on the side of the curbing. They might have to come get that car. Looks like they're having...
fuel?
No, I think it is a clutch issue. He is not able to get that car out of neutral, and therefore it's going to
I
cause...
don't know why he would be stopping in the middle of the caution lap. Maybe an electrical issue then.
Not sure, because a lot of these...
Cycling the system.
A lot of these systems do depend on electric starts with these modern regulations, so maybe that could be... Oh, and there he goes. He's getting going again. There he goes.
He's doing some drifting, showing off for the fans. Back to the field. Oh, I'm having a hard time finding D. Jackson Rocks.
Me too.
I'm not sure.
right? Like I don't see him.
Apparently I'm in 13th now, or I'm in,
He's playing Call of Duty. He's playing Invisible.
I think he might have had a mechanical or engine failure. Either that or his car is now invisible.
So we have a invisible car on the field. So at the end of the race, we are going to put together everyone's timing, and that will decide the podium from there. But we will work with the cars that we have available to us at the moment.
Okay, looks like everyone is stacking up going through the chicane.
And Snag is almost caught up with the field. He has a lot of catching up to do, figuring out the clutch issue. Swift is going to be leading. We'll complete the halfway distance once we cross the line. Swift is your leader, and Motorsport second, John Toro, P3. That's your podium. Running out the top 5, Ambuster 97 and Adam K 2009D rounds up the top 5. Let's get ready for the restart here. What will we see? Will we see some strategy? Will we see a sprint to the finish? Who knows? And
things aren't looking good here. Things are not looking good. They're stacking it up way too much. Oh, there they go!
Chaos! Swift is around! And
the leader! Oh, this is an unbelievable twist.
Unsure, is that going to be a caution?
There's a caution. Caution is out.
Back in 10th place. I think there's still a bit of confusion. They look like they're still racing. Some people are checking up, others are driving.
And Motorsport exits the pit in P11.
It looks like they are going to bring these cars to a halt when they can, but these cars are still racing very, very tightly like this is all on an oval.
Engineers to be on the radio telling their drivers to slow down. This is a full-course caution.
Yeah, they're going to add one more lap to this full-course caution. I'd imagine not a lot of happy drivers or teams at this moment, as mix and order. Joe is now the race leader.
It's the first time leading a NGT race.
Oh, we're under green.
We are still under green, but the yellow is going to
grass.
Oh, they have to reach the line. Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
Oh, I think they are slowing down.
Oh, they are slowing down as we
slowing down.
We apologize. Our satellite feed is virtual safety car to complete the caution. My goodness. What a restart. Let's take a look at the replays. NO Motorsport goes down the pit road. It does look like it's an accordion effect. Maybe a lot of drivers were surprised that a fellow competitor was going down pit road. Would kind of maybe throw someone obsolete or off their chair, if you will. But NL Motorsport exits the pit in P10 now. You gotta imagine this is gonna be a crazy restart. I mean, they got the butterflies in them, and it's gonna be another restart now.
Yeah, I've gotten word from race control that they will this time fly.
Joe is the leader. How about this? He was P13 last Tuesday and now is P1 along with Snag.
I would say this is definitely the feel-good story of the race at this point. We have some definite underdogs in the 3 of the top 4 positions.
Yep. Lower filter Alec getting his first set of points last week came in P10. He got 4 points out of that. Can he continue the tradition of him getting points as we go back to green coming this time? Joe's leader, Snag is second, Swift in third with the fastest lap of the race as we go under green.
Green flag.
There's some fan on the fence yelling boogity, boogity, boogity. I don't think he knows what he is in. Oh, John Toro inside of string beam.
Makes the move.
What a move that was indeed. Oh, and he's being hounded by Ben Lane. Left hand corner. This gear corner, very high speed, lots of balls flying.
And Nathan and almost for P10 moves around Ben Lane in the P9.
As
we go to the hairpin
lead.
Swift passing Joe for second place. Snag goes wide.
Way wide out on the racetrack.
He's going to stack up the field here. Look at everybody bunched up.
Swift in the lead, passing the outside. Oh my goodness, what a drag cars this is.
Been laying up the P10. Adam looking to pass String Bean, that is, for the P7 position. Lower filter Alec.
Swift has made his way up front and is going to try to continue his dominance here at the Kyoto Driving Park and snag TGK trying to hold off Joe WX. Things about to dice up.
And Motorsport looks inside. Trying to pass String Bean, he does.
Gracious. What a move. What a... You know, Nathan in L Motorsport 5 is one of the more aggressive racers.
Oh, trouble. Lower field.
Oh my gosh,
snag.
trouble.
They get away fine. No caution.
String Bean back to 8th. Nathan in L Motorsports up to 6th.
He's looking to pass as Adam, he's trying to get that fourth spot tucks in. They're trying to
inside of Snag in a turn 1.
As Joe way wide from P3.
And in P3, Antbuster is chasing down D-Jackson Rocks. You cannot see it on our feed, but Antbuster gaining about a tenth or two every sector trying to catch up to D-Jackson Rocks. But Swift is even faster than them two on the fresher tires. So Swift, no threat so far here in this green flag run.
Looks like we have a 5-car battle for, I guess I would call it 3rd position. 3rd through 7th, all very tight, throw under a blanket if you will. Nathan, NL Motorsports, dives to the inside, goes wide. String Bean takes advantage of the late apex, gets both of them. Now stuck on the outside, what can he do on exit?
Adam keeps the position for P5 as NL Motorsports looks inside. String Bean keeps the 6th position. This is getting very tight. String Bean takes P5 and Adam is looking. Oh, he slips to P7 and Nathan NL Motorsport follows String Bean.
On board with Nathan going into the final sector trying to dive below String Bean. Things are starting to heat up. Oh, and he gets him. He hits him.
And he gets into a ball.
And Adam goes wide.
Oh my goodness. And he spins. Oh my goodness. What an unfortunate turn of events for Adam. Having such a great run. Just a victim of circumstances right there. Travis sideways. Max sideways. Into that very tricky right-left complex. On into the final corner. Motorsports right on the bumper. And he gives him a chrome.
2 guys in a row on the same lap.
Oh my goodness, looks like he feels bad and he is not, he's giving him back the position. What a stand-up move.
Well, the right thing too, I mean, it's 2 guys on the same lap, he's done that to.
Very close friends also, they know how each other race, they race with each other all the time.
As we head up front, Antbuster still holds on to the P2 position as Swift is gone. He's gone. Now he looks to have this in the bag, but I'm not going to jinx it. As we look down, we got to give the tip of the cap to Joe. He is immensely improving, making a great show for fans. And let's see now. String Bean and NL Motorsports are battling for position. They are approaching Finlayan, the Canadian entry. Can they get around that Lexus? As we have 3 manufacturers representing the 7th, 8th, and 9th positions.
It's also worth noting that these 2 cars of String Bean and NL Motorsport 5 are on a very similar strategy, both on hard tires and a full tank of fuel. They can make it to the end if they so choose. We'll see if whether if the Dunlops or the Continentals have a better life here.
Pit lane slips wide. NL Motorsport has an advantage. He takes P8. Heading down the hairpin.
And he's going to give him a nice little love tap, try to look on
And
his
a
inside.
battle for P4. Good Smile Racing takes the 4th place.
Good Smile Racing up into P4. Strong showing from the underdog Lexus team, passing Joe WX in the factory Lexus entry, FedEx, and this is a really, really good showings by underdog drivers, I gotta say.
NL Motorsport is drinking side by side coming into the final corner.
String being on the inside, protecting the 7th place position. As NL Motorsport maybe has a run in behind them. Ben laying in the grass. He gets back on track. A-OK. Now heading to turn 1. NL Motorsport inside, looking to complete the pass.
String being going for the undercut. Undercut.
Oh my goodness, let's see what happens when we do this.
He has to give. He has to give. That was the only way they could have gone through the S's up there. They could not have gone side by side. He looks outside.
Side again. This is some unbelievable stuff.
Often when Marbles loses some speed, String Bean looks to hold on to the position.
Now, NL Motorsport is normally with Diver Bomb here. Let's see if he does. Tucks inside. Thinks better of it.
Maybe he's learned from his past mistakes, trying to kind of take it easy on himself and other drivers, maybe preserve the tires on his car to run through the finish.
Swift still in the lead here.
Yes.
And a great run for Ampbuster 97. P2. I did not see this coming. I mean, he is a great racer, but one of the leading controller drivers.
Well, I will edit that as D-Jackson Rocks is still in the position 2. Ampbuster is catching him, but they are on different strategies. Ampbuster is going to need to get fuel in his pit stop, and Mateo is really only going to need tires, so Mateo might be able to pull a little bit of a gap, but the driver I'm going to say to watch out for is John Terrell. He's behind both of these cars, catching up to both of them, and he might be able to stretch this stand out a lot longer than both of them, which will be better for him in the long run.
Larry, you have an update on strategy? Yeah, Marty, keep an eye on String Bean and NL Motorsport. They look to continue to run without doing a pit stop, so I think those two have their beds made as we have Travis hit the pit road. The Good Smile Racing entry does pit this time. They are looking to maybe put on the soft tires. These are medium tires.
I have to take softer of the two compounds.
Oh, my apologies. That's right. We are running mediums and hard tires this race. My mind is still stuck in Tokyo. We haven't taken flight to Kyoto yet.
It is. I want to say, if you're watching at home, Mateo or D-Jackson Rocks is invisible on our screen, but we have been told from race control that he still is on track, and if you are watching these things, you can still see him.
He's in our hearts, though.
Back to the battle in the middle of the pack. String Bean around Joe.
On the outside.
On the outside, what a move. As you can see, NL Motorsport made this move quickly to keep up with String Bean.
Because those two are on the same strategy. It is ideal for one of them to be ahead of the other, isn't it? I mean, who's going to prevail better on this strategy?
I would love to see.
And NL Motorsport looks inside and takes the position from Jedi Joe. Sorry about that.
I think NL Motorsport is going to have a bit more difficult time stretching to the end. As he will be a little bit rougher on his tires than String Bean, but who knows, maybe coming out across something special to the table for this race.
Up in,
Oh, and Jedi Joe sideways coming out of the hairpin. He keeps it together. We go back to the leader. Swift is still leading, completes 19 laps, 17 laps. We have 5 laps to go as Ambuster 97 pits for the final time.
Ambuster and D Jackson are under pit road, but D Jackson is a go. He has come out, but John Terrell has just come out in front of him as he is John Terrell, John Terrell. He has not pitted just yet, but John Terrell is a good ways in front of him. Can Mateo catch him?
I gotta say, it looks like this strategy is working for String Bean and Motorsport. String Bean again has had a very rough day this race. Fell back head impact twice, couple accidents. That was an argy-bargy. Following the restart, what a run.
And this is a really great recovery run for String Bean, as last week it was pit road entries. This week it's racing incidents. He's got to be feeling good where he is right now.
Now Joe in 5th position, holding off Snag. Both great run for both of these two.
And diving in on the inside, both of Alex, that's Black Nissan trying to double up all the positions for this battle for P number 8. Way wide, been laying. Oh, this is starting to heat up.
Oh my
He spins and hits the wall.
He looks to be struggling with his tires, I would assume.
Adam does get around him, and Adam has had a tough race too. He's been in no man's land. Since the contact with NL Motorsport 5, got a feel for that team. They had a new paint scheme, hoping for a better result. It's going to be the case today as we head up front. Swift pits with 4 laps to go.
Pit for a 16-second lead. That man is the driver of his life today.
As he exits the pits, make that another entry on pit road.
John Terrell's pit stop. He didn't have to take gas either. D Jackson is going to come out just behind him, and Ambuster another 3 or 4 seconds behind him. D Jackson is going to be under chase to him, but John Terrell's going to have fresher tires, so he should be able to pull away.
Can't String Bean sneak a podium in here? He's recovered from immense chaos throughout this race, and right now John Terrell looking to get around NL Motorsport 5. That is for position. NL Motorsport has the weaker amount of tires.
He's also a great defender, very hard to pass, much like our fellow American in NASCAR, Ryan.
I'm so flattered. Oh, I'm blushing, shedding a tear. Don't tell anybody. Right, back to the battle. It is still NL Motorsport 5 continuing to hold off John Terrell as John Terrell looks inside. NL Motorsport covers the position. As I say that, John Terrell inside, side by side heading to the hairpin, and I think John Terrell may prevail. No, NL Motorsport covers and goes.
Battling between these two is giving Steve a chance to pull away and maybe hold on to that second position. Really back in the field, it is quite spread out. Each driver doing all they can to make it to the finish. Tires very low. Fuel maybe becoming an issue.
Fuel looks to be a strategy for the NL Motorsport pit as we get a report. They are 0.8 laps, rather 0.2 laps short to the finish.
We'll look to see him change his engine map to try and conserve fuel way to the finish. Relatively easy. It would be a shame to see him run out. Such a strong.
Last Tuesday's winner looking 2 for 2 to be on the podium. Not necessarily going to be a W today, as Swift looks to have that in complete control of his NGT500. that Menards paint scheme looks really good on that Team Penske car of Street Beat.
Yes,
We welcome Team Penske to the series.
it is a breath of fresh air for a
John Terrell looks to the outside on Nathan.
Oh, is he going to get positioned here? Clears him. No.
looks to be trying.
He does.
Desperately to get around him. I'm sure he has much better tires.
Holding on to those hard tires. Hard tires, might I add, on Motorsport, as fresh medium tires are on John Terrell. This is going to be frustrating for him in the Lexus. He looks high.
A little bit of contact. Back to the all is calm.
And El Motorsport defends and keeps the 4th position.
String
Jackson
B.
rocks.
Oh, and he makes the move into the hairpin.
There's
makes-
John Terrell.
He makes the move into the hairpin, and in an alternative universe, Mateo is going to pass him into this corner right here. As you can see, he's some behind an imaginary car. So now Nathan is now in P5, John Terrell is in P3, and Mateo is in P4.
I would love to see John Toro reduce this gap to strength. He's only got 2 laps, but I believe he's going to be massively close to being competing for that second.
We go to 2 laps to go this time, and you know we got to tip our cap to Swift here. Fastest lap, and looking to get another victory. He's 2 for 2 in fastest laps. Crossed the line last Tuesday, but didn't get the victory. And he's looking to cross the finish line first this time and get the victory. Can he pull it off today?
My goodness, he has massive
And we're going to take.
seats.
Going out as John Terrell rapidly catching him.
And we're going to squeeze one more quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Who's going to take it?
Nobody. And back. What we're going to do is speed roll entrance. Speed roll.
And we're back as we continue the Kyoto GP. This is the battle we're looking at, String Bean and John Terrell. Can John Terrell get around String Bean? They're side by side coming out of the hairpin to the
They
chicane.
have to seat it into this complex. Yes, he does.
Yes!
He gets
Move
it.
Lexus to the podium position.
Now, for the Honda fight, in order for Derek to remain on the podium, he's going to have to retain the time that Mateo crosses the line behind the leader. So we'll keep you updated on how that pans out. But behind him, white flag, 1 lap to go. NL Motorsport 5 and Airbus are battling for the P5.
Boy, this is something to watch. As does he clear him? No! And Buster gets him on the outside.
Unbelievable stuff. But what's he gonna do to get back?
I think his tires are done. His tires are done at this point. Gotta be shot.
Continental tires have gone off the cliff.
I mean, is this going to be mentioned in the media center? The Continental tires didn't give him the job. He's the only driver in this field with Continental tires. This will be an interesting post race.
Bridgestone Michelin or
Amposter was able to get around Motorsport with those fresh Michelin tires. He looks to set solid solid P5 finish there as Swift comes around. One more hairpin to go as he approaches the chicane. What a day, what a moment. NGT500 history in the making right here.
NGT500 goes international as Swift joins the series as an unbelievable but very close second in the first Grand Prix. Swift will win his first race at Kyoto round 2. What a victory.
The Kyoto Grand Prix belongs to Swift. And this is a breath of fresh air, isn't it? And coming to the line for the final podium positions, take it away.
For the final podium positions, John Terrell will finish second, and O'Kelly finishes third. String Bean will be, that's actually kind of close.
I think he was just pipped at the line.
Just at
D. Jackson.
Just at the line. He is going to be 2/10 behind D. Jackson, and D. Jackson will retain P3. P4 goes to String Bean. P5 still has yet to be decided, but no, that will go to Buster 97. NL Motorsport 5 will take P6. Travis with a strong P7. And my feed just stopped, so we'll update you P8 to 13. We need to, as we introduce you to the points next week. Swift is your points leader and your race winner. We will see you on Tuesday at the Fuji Grand Prix. Take care of yourselves. Have a good night.
Deuces.